last time we saw you, you were on the red carpet. I mean, just take us through this off-season about your entrepreneurship and having that kind of recognition even away from basketball and everything you've been able to build coming off last year's run.
Yeah, I feel like it's definitely been a busy off-season, probably my busiest. But it's been so cool. I mean, exploring a world that I have never, been in before was really cool. And then just like putting together years of work and seeing Unrivaled come to life was so fun. And having a successful first season and then doing I feel like a press tour after was really fun. But I'm definitely glad to be back in Minnesota.
Was it at all surprising just how well all of it went? Like, it seemed like it exploded to the nth degree and the best case scenario across the board.
Yeah, I mean that's what you wish for, that's what you're hoping for. But to see especially the way the fans got behind it was so amazing, and it seems like the players all really liked it. And I always make this analogy, but it's like when you throw a party, you're so vested in people having fun, and it feels like they had fun, so it was good.
How do you think it affected your game in particular? I mean, Courtney was saying that this feels like the best off season she's ever had. It's not just pound.
Yeah.
How that affects your game, your conditioning, and just how you're feeling coming in.
Yeah. I mean, I felt really good. The goal of Unrivaled is to hone your skills, to leave better than you came in. And so just the targeted skill work we did, getting in the gym, getting stronger. Again, just really targeted and things that I wanted to get better at this off season. I feel like I accomplished that. So getting game reps is always so hard. It's the hardest part of the off season if you don't go overseas. So being able to do that against the best players in the world, that was definitely a good offseason.
Courtney also said she literally has a chip burning in her shoulder thinking about the way last season ended. How do you feel? Is it fuel to the fire here on day one?
Yeah, same. I mean, it's something that no one is going to feel sorry for us. We don't feel sorry for ourselves, but it is something that we use to fuel us. It's just a feeling you don't want to feel again. So making sure that we're coming in every single day, starting today with good energy, making sure that, the coaches were telling us in the circle, I don't know if Courtney already said this, but telling about how, they lost on that heartbreak in 2016 and they used that to fuel them for 2017. That's the story that we want to have for this year.
Cheryl said too, during training camp last year, you forged the chemistry, connectedness, defense too, but this time you can't take that for granted. That's just going to automatically carry over. I mean, how are you approaching that and ensuring that you kind of have those building blocks going in again, just like last year?
I think just approaching it the same as last year, everything is new. It's really nice to have all the same people as last year, but again, those building blocks are so crucial. And I think it would be easy to be complacent in that, but honestly, I think the loss last year is what's keeping us from going to that complacency spot where we know that we worked so hard last year. We didn't accomplish what we wanted, so that means we have to work even harder if we want a different outcome for this year.
Is square one this year feel like it's down the road a little more than maybe it was last year when everyone was new?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. It doesn't feel like we're starting in that sense at square one, but I think in the way that we are building our team, we should start at square one. Sure. In the way that we're there for each other and you're picking each other up, you're not coming with any, by the end of the year, this was my favorite season ever last year, but by the end of the year, you're a little bit more annoyed with people, whatever it is. It's so nice to have the off season to come back and honestly, we didn't have it even because, like I said, this team was so amazing. But making sure, especially with our new people, getting them integrated, making sure that we're all on the same page going into the season.
Obviously, it's only day one, a long training camp to go. But Cameron Taylor is returning for another training camp. She made it all the way to the end last year. Just obviously brought a lot of energy. Just playing with her again for one day. What have you seen, from her game and anything that she added over the off season?
Yeah, I love Cam. She's just such a ball of energy and positivity. It's so fun. But I have seen that she's improved just in her finishing, and obviously she was with us a lot last year. So knowing Cheryl, that year of expertise, you can see it here where she's picking up the plays. Again, she's finishing really well. She knows where we like to be, where we like the post players to be, and so she kind of has a leg up on the other people who haven't been here.
And on finishing specifically, that's something that a lot of young players struggle with. And then year 1 to year 2, it gets a lot better. Year 2 to year 3, in your own career, what were some of the keys to being really good at finishing, to getting even better, and then eventually being great at that?
Honestly, just reps. I think it's a learning curve for the first year because everyone is so much stronger. Not necessarily faster because coming from college, you have the freshest bodies, but just in the way that they play is so smart and so strong. Being confident in yourself and not thinking that everything's going to get blocked, that is a mental barrier that a lot of people have to get through. And then for me, it's just, like you said, repetition.